The Chinese central bank spooked markets a little bit yesterday after announcing some policies that may force lenders to pull back on some of their lending that has been occurring over the past few months. As a result of this, global equity markets decreased for the first time this year yesterday. However, overnight equity markets have been positive after several analysts provided buy recommendations for large multinational companies. As a result of this, there has been further appetite for the New Zealand dollar, and we were trading at around 74 cents against the US overnight. It was interesting to note that the Great British Pound was further strengthened overnight after one of their central bankers announced that they may need to start increasing interest rates fairly soon. As a result of this, the pound was stronger against the New Zealand dollar, trading at around 45.5p against the New Zealand dollar on Thursday morning. Global equity markets have gone through a huge surge since March of last year. Analysts are now forecasting that company earnings will increase as the global economic recovery really starts to take hold. The key question is when this will happen. We cannot discount the repercussions of the massive amount of debt that governments are proposing to raise in order to finance their budget deficits. This week alone, the US government will raise around $85 billion US. This will have a big effect on markets, and this is already starting to happen with borrowing costs increasing despite low base rates. The recent dry weather conditions in some of New Zealand's major milk producing regions will be having an effect on production. Global players will likely be following this fairly closely. Fonterra have announced that they see Waikato milk production down around 2% this year, while Northland will be down around 5%. Other parts of New Zealand will be holding up the fort, but it is likely that milk production overall will be flat at best. With other major producers from around the world also suffering from lower production, this does go some way to explaining the higher prices we saw towards the end of 2009. With the potential for dry conditions continuing and lower supply for this season, this should help to keep prices firm for the time being.